And staying with the weather, the South African Weather Service has issued several warnings for damaging winds in some parts of the country, while those living in the Northern Cape and Western Cape have been urged to brace for very cold and wet weather this weekend. The forecaster has issued a yellow level warning 4 for damaging winds between Table Bay and Plettenberg Bay. The Weather Service said this weather will impact navigation at sea and possibly lead to damaging at informal settlements. For more on this now, we're joined by Charlotte Powell, who's Cape Town's disaster risk management spokesperson, to give us an update on the SA Weather Service yellow level 4 warning for the Western Cape. Ms. Powell, thank you so much for your time on the agenda. Our meteorologist, just gave us context as to what this yellow level 4 means. Maybe if you can just expand for us, what kind of damage are we possibly talking about here?
Good morning to you and to all the viewers. Yes, so thankfully in the city of Cape Town, no major incidents have been reported to our disaster operations center, and but our teams still remain on standby to assist residents if the need is there. But we haven't experienced anything major over the last 2 days.
And let's talk about the steps the City of Cape Town's Disaster Risk Management Center has taken in anticipation of the severe weather, particularly in vulnerable coastal and informal settlement areas.
Yes, absolutely. So the City of Cape Town constitutes a winter readiness task team, and that task team meets every year starting from February. And the task team is coordinated by the Disaster Risk Management Center, and individual departments are asked to start mitigating the risk of flooding. So already we've started with these mitigation efforts, and for example, clearing of our stormwater systems, identifying high-risk areas, which then includes the informal settlements, which is our most vulnerable populations. And work has gone into this. And then also ensuring that we also look at street people, how to get them into shelters. And then also we also work very closely with the SPCA to ensure that pets are cared for during times of distress. And then in terms of humanitarian assistance, we also work very closely with SASSA, Department of Social Development, and our NGO partners.
And just how is the city supporting residents? I know you just mentioned some of the efforts there, but let's also pay focus now to informal settlements, which may be the most susceptible to wind damage and flooding. Are there temporary shelters or evacuation plans in place should their homes become uninhabitable?
Yes. So we've already started with an extensive public education and awareness program. It's called the Floodwise program, and this is done from a transversal group of departments. So it includes disaster management, our human settlements department, also the health department and urban mobility. And we're encouraging communities living in informal settlements what to do if they should be affected by floods. And then our other departments, especially human settlements, is working very closely with national human settlements to look at measures, how to relocate people, and also if we get a major incident, and then the departments will get together and to work out plans how to relocate people or residents.
And Ms. Powell, I want us to also touch on the kind of rapid response or disaster protocols that are activated when a level 4 weather alert is issued. How is the city ensuring that communities, especially those without easy access to digital media, receive timely warnings and safety information? Because I think information is critical at this point.
Oh, absolutely. It's key. So we work very closely with our sub-council officers and also our councillors in the area street committees. So disaster management has key linkages, especially in the high-risk informal settlements, where we work very closely with community leaders, street committees, and although social media, some of our residents can't afford data, but we've also got WhatsApp groups going where we send out, especially when SAWS sends out weather warnings, we make sure that it goes out to these groups. And then also we use our corporate communication center to send out warnings to the rest of the public.
And here's the thing, with the increasing frequency of severe weather, how is the city of Cape Town adapting its disaster planning to build more resilient infrastructure and communities?
Yes, so we are working very closely with communities. Flooding is a known risk in our city. We know that during the winter period, and we've experienced over the last few years, 2022, 23, we had the Cape Town storm last year too. So it's key for us to work closely with communities, engage with communities, and ensure that they are resilient and more prepared when the winter comes.
And just how do residents reach out to the disaster department?
So they can reach us through our public emergency control center. There's a number there. There'll be a host of numbers that they can call. And also with our disaster area officers, we've got linkages in the community. So the street committees, the councillors, they all know how to conduct disaster management. And then there we ask our other departments to help and assist us.
All right, Charlotte Powell is Cape Town Disaster Risk Management spokesperson, giving us an update on the SA Weather Service Yellow Level 4 warning for the Western Cape. Thanks very much indeed for your time on the program.